So you know when you ask somebody a question and suddenly they've gone off on a random tangent and you can't even get a word in edgewise, and this is supposed to be a conversation. What are you supposed to do in that situation? Interrupt. And I'm going to show you how in this video, so stay tuned. What's up, Explearners? Today we're talking about how to politely interrupt someone so that you can get the conversation back on track and prevent them from going off on a tangent. Because there's nothing worse than trying to engage in a conversation and not being able to because somebody is just doing all the talking, in which case it's not a back and forth conversation, right? But the other thing is that if you're in a meeting, let's say, and you really need to talk about the items on your agenda and you're suddenly way off topic, way off track, that's going to be a huge time sink and you're not going to want to have this person in the meeting again because they're just going to go off on another tangent. So what do you do in this case? You are going to interrupt politely. But what does that mean? Well, I'm going to show you how with an amazing strategy, and it's all about being able to interrupt in a nice way, and you'll be able to get the conversation back on track. Let's look at an example. Let's say Jane and you are having a conversation. You ask Jane, do you work out? And Jane's response is, I grew up playing volleyball, and then in college I did track and field, and oh my gosh, we had the best food in college. There was this one cafeteria on campus that did farm to table, and it was my absolute favorite. I'd go there after my workouts. So good. And so suddenly Jane is on a tangent. It has nothing to do with the original topic, the original question that you posed, and it's not a conversation. So I'm going to show you how to take control of the conversation and get it back on track. You do this by validating the most recent point and then saying, so back to my original question, the original topic we were on. That way, you get them to go back to the original question. Let's look at this polite interruption in action. You say to Jane, I love farm-to-table restaurants. They're really good. So back to my original question. So back to working out. What workouts do you do, Jane? How amazing is that? This way you did not offend Jane and you signaled to her in a very polite, very nice way that we actually were talking about something else before you took it in another direction. And I want to actually talk about your workouts because that's why I asked you in the first place, right? So this is a really, really good strategy to use anytime you see the conversation going in a different direction than planned. And this is important for two reasons. One, it gets you involved in the conversation so that it's not just them doing all the talking where you're just twiddling your thumbs if you're patient. And two, if it's a high stakes business meeting or some other sort of like interaction with a transactional component to it, right? There's a transaction taking place, then you also want to be able to stay on topic because time is money, right? And we don't want to waste it. So make sure that you have this amazing strategy in your communications toolkit, your Explearning Communications toolkit. And again, let's recap. It's validate their most recent point so that you're acknowledging that you listened and you're acknowledging their point. And the second thing you do is so back to either your original question or the topic at hand. That way, you're making sure that you are on track and you are ready to go. All right, Explearners, that's a wrap on this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like. It really means so much to us and it really supports our channel. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to join our tribe so you can get all the communication videos helping you to upgrade your life with better communication. I will see you in the next video. Happy Explearning!